Hello everyone, it's Jamal Thomas. Welcome to the Progressive Soapbox. So you guys are seeing Rachel Maddow up here. Actually, let me check my volume, make sure my sound is on point. Yeah, that's fine. And let's check this playback. Good. Yeah, hope everyone is doing okay tonight. I've had a very long day. I have been up since 3 this morning after a restless sleep prior. I am running on E, but this story was queued up, so I want to finish the story and get the story out of the queue. It seems as if people are beginning to notice that Rachel Maddow is losing it. Other people are beginning to talk, not just us, but other people out there, out in the larger bubble that is mainstream media. Because Rachel Maddow put out a bit of fake news conspiracy theory. I mean, she's been putting out stuff like, this is the worst situation. It's like, what does that mean? What do you mean this is the worst case scenario? What does that mean? Like putting a hysteria into her audience, and to some degree, not just putting it into her audience, reflecting her audience back onto her audience. This kind of reverberation where they kind of resonate with one another and become something nasty into the wider world. Well, in this particular one, Rachel Maddow put out something that was false, that she didn't apparently confirm. And this is not, Rachel Maddow doing just a YouTube channel. This is Rachel Maddow getting ridiculous amounts of cash every day with a staff that, if that staff wanted to, could actually go and check. Apparently, she did not. And she spectacularly failed on this particular story. And Washington Post, democracy dies in the darkness. Under normal circumstances, a fellow Trump puncher, in this case, fact checks Rachel Maddow live and in the open. It's an amazing thing to watch. This is, let's see, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, right here. All right, so let's flip. No, the White House didn't intentionally edit a question to Putin out of a video. Now, all of this boils down to this thing of Rachel Maddow comes out on her show and in her normal hysteria makes the point that the White House has just edited this question out of a video. I mean, it says it loud and in the camera that this man that's 1984, he's taking information, he's ripping information out so people can't see questions that are uncomfortable to Donald Trump. Be fearful, be afraid, the Oz. Now, here's the problem with that. It's not true. It's not true. And the Washington Post, I guess to their credit on this specific story, comes out and says, hey, yeah, that's not really true, Rachel. That's not really true. That's not factually true at all. That's not really right. That's not really right. So let's hear a part of Rachel Maddow's false reporting on this. And let's fact check and give the correction.
Of this exchange has also skillfully cut out that question from the Reuters reporter as if it didn't happen. So I'll show you them back to back here. I'll show you the real one first, and then I'll show you what the White House has posted online instead. Here first is the real one.
Options abound, and they all can be found in an
President
appropriate
Putin, did you want President
framework.
Trump to win the election, and did you direct any of your officials to help him do that?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
That's the real one. Now watch what the White House has posted online instead.
Options abound, and they all can be found in an appropriate legal framework.
And did you direct any of your officials to help him do that?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
They just dropped it out. First part of his question, President Putin, did you want President Trump to win the election? They just dropped that out. What the White House has disappeared from the official U.S. government record of that meeting. both in print and in their video of the meeting, is President Putin answering in the affirmative when he's asked if he wanted Trump to win the election. Just for kicks, if you want to check out the Russian government version of this, their transcript, their supposed transcript of this event, in the Russian transcript, Jeff Mason from Reuters not only doesn't ask his full question, Jeff Mason of Reuters doesn't even exist in the Russian transcript. See where that red arrow is? They've just completely taken out that whole part of the Q&A where the Reuters reporter asked that question. At least the White House had the courtesy to leave in half of his question so you could get a misleading answer. We can report.
That's not true at all. That's not true at all. Now, I don't know about the RT part, but it wasn't a situation where Donald Trump was in the editing room carving out video footage. For the most part, this was less to do with Trump and more to do with the video themselves, apparently. So, right here. MSNBC's Rachel Maddow led her show Tuesday night with an explosive allegation. The administration of President Donald Trump had intentionally buried a question asked of Russian President Vladimir Putin during last week's news conference in Helsinki. Not an insignificant question either. The one about whether or not Putin wanted Donald Trump to win. We can report tonight that the White House video of the exchange has also skillfully cut out the question from the Reuters reporter as if it didn't happen, Maddow claimed. Now, I already showed you her report. Now, so this is reality. Here's the thing. That's also how the Post transcript of the news conference initially read too. Ours came from Bloomberg government and ours too excluded the first part of the reporter's question in which he begins, President Putin, did you want President Donald Trump to win? What happened? If you watch the videos, it's pretty clear. At some point in the middle of the question, there's a switch between the feed from the reporters and the feed from the translator. In the White House version of the video, you can hear the video being asked very faintly under the woman who's translating saying, President. You can hear the same audio in the Post feed starting at about a minute in. We did not edit the question out. This is the feed we were provided. In this version, the news conference posted by Fox News, you can hear something different. In this, the question being asked more prominently with the translator muted in the background. More importantly, in that video, you can hear the actual switchover. Meaning, it's not a situation where they edited out anything. There's some weird quirk in which the audio is being switched over. The Post, their audio feed or their video has the same thing. It wasn't edited out in theirs. I understand that this is something Rachel Maddow may not have been able to know. And I understand she thinks this was a juicy bone, like many of the other conspiracy theories she's conjured up. I wonder if she's going to do a retraction of this. I wonder if she's going to do a retraction. Well, we'll see. That being said, this video, the here we go again, almost in this kind of prophetic, sitting in the background as she's doing this report. Here we go again with some more conspiracy theory shit that Rachel Maddow has devolved and debased herself into doing. Trump deranged. I'll leave it here. This one is not meant to be long. I saw this video and I was like, wow, she just completely fucked that one up royally. Now, again, how was she to know? But by the same token, it seems like all of the mistakes only ever go in one direction, and that direction is against Trump. Her bias is clear. Fair enough. As long as we know that bias is there and fully in effect. Alright, so I'm going to end this here because this one wasn't meant to be long. Rachel Maddow fucks up fake news. Will Rachel Maddow come to account and apologize for fake news? And apologize to Donald Trump for insisting that he was cutting out audio from an audio tape. All right. Thanks, guys.